This is a really quick 10-minute exercise you can do at the end of the year to make sure that you're setting your next year up for success. It's a great tool for your personal development and to be introspective and to kind of analyze yourself at the end of the year. I typically like to use a pocket notebook like this little Moleskine one for this exercise, but for the sake of the video, I'm actually going to write these 5 things that you'll do on the board so it's easier to see than my tiny handwriting in this little Moleskine. So here's what you do. At the end of the year, where's my pen? At the end of the year, you're going to ask yourself 5 different questions. Number 1 is you're going to ask yourself, what went well? And the reason you do this is you want to give yourself credit. You want to give yourself some accolades for the things that actually went really well this year. Maybe you lost weight. Maybe you read a bunch of books. Whatever it is that comes to your mind, just write them down. All the positive things that happened this year. So begin to think about the things that went well in your life this current year. The second question that you'll have to ask is what went bad? Now, in order for this exercise to work good, we have to look at the good and the bad. So, where were your opportunities? Where do you feel you dropped the ball a little bit this year? Think about the things that went bad this year or not according to plan, or the things that you would like to improve on, and write them down for number 2. The third thing that you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself, what did I learn about myself? So consider the things that went well and bad this year and look at it and find out what you learned about yourself. Even if it was a failure, we learn so much from our failures. And if we achieved something good, maybe you achieved a goal that you were after, then we learned something about ourselves as far as how did we achieve that goal? What kept us on track? So really think about this question about what did you learn about yourself? Maybe it's something that God revealed to you this year that was big or meant a lot to you. And for number 3, just write down whatever comes to mind on what you learned about yourself. Number 4 is going to be what needs to change going forward. And the reason we like to ask ourselves this is when we look at what went well and bad, we find out adjustments that we can make. We find our strengths and opportunities. We may find things that we want to keep doing or things that need to get canned. So take your little pocket notebook and on number 4, just write out whatever comes to your mind about what you need to change going forward into that new year. You want to make sure you're setting it up for success. You don't want just another repeat of the current year. And finally, number 5 is goals. But what I would recommend when setting goals for an entire year is you could just do one. You could just do one big goal, and that would be fine. So maybe you have some big goal. Maybe you want to lose weight or get sober or whatever that big goal is. You've got that. But what I suggest you do in this upcoming year to really stretch yourself and grow yourself is make a 10x goal. And what is a 10x goal? A 10x goal is something that seems impossible for you. So think about your big goal is a 1x goal, and I want you to set a 10x goal that you feel like would be pretty much impossible. It's 10 times the goal of this. Maybe it's start a business and quit your job. Just something that you can think of that almost seems unattainable. And the reason that you want to do a 10x goal is because when we make regular goals, we have a pretty good, or you have a pretty good way of figuring out how to achieve that goal. When we set an impossible goal, it forces us to think in whole new ways to achieve that goal. And it forces us to think in ways that we may have not thought before that could actually get us to what we feel is impossible. So as you do this exercise and you write these out, look for patterns of consistency or even inconsistency. My goal is always to be intentionally consistent in life and whatever I'm doing, but I mean, none of us are perfect. I mean, you're going to fail at things. I've put on probably 15 or 20 pounds this year. That's a bad thing. but now I know what I need to change going forward into the new year. So like I said, give it a shot. It only takes 10 minutes to run through this. It really forces you to think and to be honest with yourself. So set yourself up for success in the new year. Give it a shot and let me know in the comments what you think. Also, if you haven't got it yet, I've got the free little pocket-sized productivity guide. I'll put the link down below if you want to learn how to start using a pocket notebook for journaling and for creativity. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.